in the streets, pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I say Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people.
On a muggy night here in Houston, Texas, it's a perfect 72 degrees inside NRG Stadium. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Schmidt. He finds his man. Complete. That's Roman. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Schmidt. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
In motion, Hill. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And complete to Drake London. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Now Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw it up.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Drake London from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
In motion, Hill. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. In motion, Hill. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Jackson will throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 10 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go up the middle with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Schmidt. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Bateman once more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throw Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson drops it off for Chubb.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Drake London, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're seeing. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Operating from the gun. Schmidt throwing the out route incomplete. It's Roman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. And trouble trying the middle here. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw is Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Schmidt. He finds his man, complete. That's Roman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Gets this one to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Chubb on the read option. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 41, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. Ooh, the juke. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on a deep ball.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
So that challenge, a successful one. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Down, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Drake London, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Schmidt over the middle. It's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Pass incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 35 on second down. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Offense on third down today. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now it's Jackson. Into the hands of London. He's got the first down and more. And in for the Ravens touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Number 4 is a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Ravens, 49.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They got 29 yards that time. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Schmidt. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. In motion, Hill. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here's Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Jackson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Throwing, Jackson.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if they tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold $1 million records. Yeah, to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can call. I never brag, this is confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation.